Oh, man. Here we go.
Yes, sir.
Back with another one,
We
man.
back. Yes, sir. And we got some special guests in the
We
building.
do. Yes, we do.
Zeke, would you please do the honors and tell me who we got in the building?
We got Fatbelly Filmz in the
We
building.
got Fatbelly Filmz in the building, man.
Oh, my gosh.
Golf
Yes.
clap,
Clap, man.
In the building,
Hell yeah.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you guys for having us.
Man, thank you guys for coming through.
Yes. You know, honored. Definitely appreciate it, man. We've seen a couple of your shows previously, so definitely like the way you guys do your stuff, and that's why we're here.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, thank you, man. Much
So to
appreciated.
my left, we got Slim. To your right, we got Jeff.
Joey.
Yes,
Joey.
Why did I say Jeff?
I have no idea.
When you text his name and type, it comes up as Jeff.
Because you say Joey Hef.
Because we say Joey Hef.
Oh, it was the half. Okay, thank
Yeah,
you.
they always say the Jeff.
J Hef.
Let's go.
That's what I was actually
Let's
doing.
go.
Y'all didn't
Let's
see.
go.
Y'all ain't people.
Let's go. Let's go.
Edit that out. Give us a, let us know what you guys do. How'd you guys start? How many years? Let's get into it.
So it's been about 3 years now for us. We started. I mean, our background is deep in hip hop. We've done everything from throwing concerts to, I made beats. He had a studio. You know what I'm saying? Like we're artists, and we've done a little bit of tour, and just we've done the whole spectrum of things. And something that I always wanted to do was videos.
Okay.
And we actually did some video work back in high school. This guy always tells the story and shit. I hate it sometimes. But no, we did work in high school. We were like the little newscast in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
So we already had experience doing video.
Yeah. Okay.
And watching people, honestly, like Carlos Berber and Core Capital and other people as we were doing our stuff.
I Rock Daniel.
Just kind of was like, man, I just love the way the videos were coming out. Mm-hmm. And we kind of took a small break from everything that we were doing with the shows. Things got hectic, and then we just took another route. So we just one day we just bought a drone.
Yeah.
Because what's his name was shooting a lot like that. So we weren't videographers. We didn't know anything. But Hypedemic Films was shooting a lot like that, and he was putting out some pretty good content with just a drone. So we were like, let's get a drone, and start shooting videos. Got a drone. Quickly realized we were moving it, like the propellers were in the shots and shit like that. This isn't gonna work. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
So what year was this when y'all linked up? Were you guys doing stuff separately at the time?
No, we've been linked up since like 17.
Oh, nice.
So since high school.
Yeah.
Since high school.
Okay.
So yeah. So.
But you guys were already boys before that, and then it was like.
Yeah, we just always clicked up on creativity. Really, at the end of the day.
Yeah.
I literally just told the story last night.
Yeah, we just in school and hung out, and just kind of just trickled out outside of that, and I don't think we really got into doing anything until what year you think?
09.
09.
Yeah,
okay.
That's when we started rapping.
We started rapping.
Fatbelly Boys. Shout out to the team and stuff. Yeah, that's when we started rapping. And Slim started making beats. I was like, man, you pretty cold at the beats. He's got some published beats, but he doesn't really talk about it much. He's got some definitely good content.
Huh?
Yeah, he got some heat, but
beats definitely one of my main things I love doing, but honestly I just didn't focus enough on it, you know what I'm saying, and give it on my all, so I kind of wandered off into other stuff, but
yeah, it happens.
So you're the director primarily?
No, with the team, we do everything, you know what I'm saying?
It just depends on the shoot.
So, but when we first started though, right, he was editing everything, right?
Okay.
So he actually had a pretty slow computer at the time, but now that I'm editing,
we understand that.
I see all the loops he went through and making all these proxies and the shit he had to go through to do some of the stuff he was doing. So we started off obviously slow doing stuff, and then it just picked up. But we do everything equally. We go out to every shoot, you know what I'm saying? And
we just work well together, bro. We're bros, man. We just know how to listen to each other.
We respect it, bro.
You know what I mean? And
we get it.
He's my biggest critic, but he's also my biggest supporter.
Facts.
And I'm sure it's the same thing with him. I'm his biggest critic, but I'm also his biggest supporter.
Right. Totally understand that, man. That's how kind of him and I linked up. We went to school together for music, and instantly, it's funny because we instantly were like, nah, I don't know about this guy, But then. Man, we just chopped it up one day.
Yeah.
And we were like, and then we started working, and we were like, damn, we work good together.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it's kind of the same thing for you guys. You guys just kind of on that same page. At least you get bounce ideas off each other.
It might have been around the same year too.
Yeah.
It might have been like 2010.
It was 09, man.
It was
When we
09,
first started-
yeah.
Yep, it was
Yeah,
09.
you know,
when
we got out of
first
high
started.
school, and it was just like, what are we gonna do, man? And you know,
Tried to rap and
Yeah.
all that stuff.
Of
course, yeah.
You know, took it that way.
I
But
mean, I think our biggest step after rap music, because we did do some good shows. Rick Ross, you know, YG when he was pop. I mean, I'm sorry, Tyga when he was popping, T-Pain when he was on top of his game, 2 Chainz when he had just
yeah,
dropped
we
on different.
performed at a lot of shows. Like at
Celebrity
one point in
Theater.
time,
Shout out to Mercedes, bro.
well,
Urban AZ.
we were working with LaFonte and what's God?
Purple something, right?
No, I forgot his name, man. My guy.
E40.
But they put us on some shows, and we just sold so many tickets to these shows. Like
God,
they just,
yeah, I remember
many
that.
tickets,
I remember
bro.
that.
They started throwing us shows, and then it was just kind of like from there we linked up with Caleb at the press room, and
Yeah.
Caleb, you know what I'm saying, like was blessing with lots of good shows. And,
Okay.
Marketing type of, it started off with like a marketing thing with Caleb. Like we would trade our online pool for some of his concerts, and then like I got really into the logistics of throwing shows.
Okay.
I seen how attainable it was, and it kind of happened almost in fate. Like we were after a show, I think it was a Tyga show. We met the guy that threw the Tyga show. I had met him by chance.
Thomas.
Kai. His name was Kai, actually.
Oh yeah, Kai. That was a different show.
Kai. Yeah, this was the. But I met him after the Tyga show. No, it was West Fest. You're right. It was West Fest with E40 and Mac 10 and all that. And we had met him downstairs in the green room, and me and him just kind of clicked. You know, you get like minds. He was going to school for law, and I was kind of like in my mid-20s, like kind of like, you know, he had a conversation. He just kind of seen something, and next thing I know, he's throwing 20 bands at us, saying let's throw Soulja Boy 2 cities, and that was kind of like our inauguration
That's
into.
fire. That's
We didn't
fire.
we threw like 3 shows on somebody else's dime before we actually put up. I think it was 15-5 for Twista, and threw a good event there.
That's fire.
Nice.
Even
dude.
Twista though was odd situations. We started that, so I went to a studio.
So what year is this?
Oh man, 14
Around?
was our first show.
2000 like
14 was Soulja Boy, our first show.
Okay.
It wasn't 14.
I'm trying
It was
to
later
put the
than that.
timeline
It was later than
together.
that. It was
Yeah.
like 2017-ish.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
2017.
14,
So
14
fa-
was E40 or
Yeah,
E40.
Fairly recent.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
recent.
we
Very
barely.
recent.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
fire.
Yeah, we definitely would. It was something that was just high risk, low reward sometimes, and too many moving pieces, and we
Yeah.
always preached visuals to the openers. Like, you need your visuals up, you know?
But you know, throwing shows too, like you said, it's high risk, low reward, and if you don't have anybody showing you the ropes, you kind of, you know, you're just learning from your mistakes, and then you grow. And but you know, my boy Cash, shout out to Cash. You know,
Yeah, shout out to Cash.
he put up, you know, like 30 racks to get Mozzie and King Lil J here.
Shout out to Miles. That's
we
one
or
of
you
our
know,
favorites.
That was a North and South Cali tandem.
that was crazy
supposed to
because
happen.
they said we weren't supposed to make that happen because it was North Cal and SoCal, and you know Mozzie hadn't been out here yet. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So that was
Mexican
we definitely
urban
fucking
demographic versus black demographic.
Yeah.
Right.
But we made it happen.
All kind of right.
But you know what?
All kind of
It was crazy.
politics.
So check this out. So it was crazy because like I was walking. Mozzie was just lit. You know what I'm saying? He was just walking through the crowd early. You know what I'm
Mozzie's
saying?
fire, bro.
Right, fire. And then I was walking with King G, taking him back to I think it's this dressing area, and like we literally passed each other, Mozzie and King G, and I was gonna introduce him. I'm like, yo, but I just, you know, we're just on the way and shit, and it was a crazy little moment, but that was a great show, and that's, you know, part of some of the shit that we've done. You know what
He
I'm
was
saying,
off the
as far as
syrup
shows.
back then, though. Mozzie's a different artist now, and I can see that in
For sure.
how he's operating. Because
His
back
music
then he
too,
was
you
off the
could even
syrup.
tell.
And I was running that show. He was so like Caleb basically gave me the reins that night. He left that night. Basically, I was in charge of the
Yeah, he was
press
gone.
room
Yeah, he
that
wasn't
night.
even there.
So I had to load the artists in as they came in, and that I had already seen Caleb do it a few times, so I was privy. I was ready to go. I was actually excited. But yeah, Mozzie was a different person back then. He's totally different now. I can tell the way he's operating. He's clean now, but yeah, he was off the lean, disrespectful. I can see why Slim was like,
Chill. He
I
was
don't
chill
know."
though, because he wasn't like being rude to people and shit, like disrespectful. He was just, he brought his crew. They
50
came in. You know what I'm
50
saying?
Yeah.
I'm
But
not
he was walking
exaggerating.
around the crowd though, just mingling with people and shit. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So he did his
Brought
thing.
that old park out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I heard
Yeah,
that.
but I could tell now, like just by his demeanor online, his interviews, like this, he's locked in. You can tell, like he ain't in the game for him no more.
Well, in his music too, you could tell it's changed
Yeah.
dramatically.
Oh,
like
yeah.
his last album was crazy.
I'd love to bring him out again, like literally.
For sure.
I would love to bring him out again. Yo, Cash, where you at, man? Let's get it done, bro. I'm ready.
Right.
So you guys threw some shows, and then how did you get into doing like making videos, music videos?
So artists that we manage, Lee Mula, it was back in, I just watched this video, it was 2017. Hypodemic had shot a video for him in California, and Hypodemic, I don't know, something happened with their relationship, and I ended up with the footage. And it had just so happened that Lee Mula had a tower, a Mac tower, and he had Final Cut on it, and he was like, just try it.
Yeah.
And then shit, after that, it's just history, really. I did it, and I actually watched that video.
That was before we.
Yeah, that was before that.
Before we had a camera.
Yeah, that was before we had a camera.
Okay.
That was just me like testing it out. Can I do it?
Yeah, of course.
And then the response was like, "Yo, this is dope." And then me and him just kind of went through our process of how we do in business, and you know, we kind of give and take, and then we went through our stuff, and boom, now we're here.
Nice, nice, dude.
Fire. This is fire. So you guys have a long list of guys you recorded and right?
Shot with it's
a
growing,
long
list. Pretty fast at this moment. It's pretty dope though, you know, like.
Yeah, we developed a huge network doing shows out here.
Okay.
All kind of local acts.
And use that to.
Yeah.
But yo, I'll say this though, it wasn't like people were just shooting us because we picked up a camera.
Heck
like
no.
Nobody was still, you know, like shout out to like my guy, that dude, Mike Rulli. He was one of the early ones that shot with us.
Julius
and Denzel, like early. But you know, it was a process in starting it.
Yeah, our first work was nothing like what we've seen now.
Well, yeah, right. You probably look back and you're like, what were we thinking?
We don't look back. That channel.
You say you don't look back.
That channel is deleted. I deleted that channel a long time ago.
When we look back at it and I watched it, you know, like I remember filming, you know, a lot of stuff, and it just like, you know, I knew it was gonna be good. Like I knew what we were gonna be doing was gonna be dope. It was just a matter of time, the learning curve, and finding out how to shoot right and the right equipment. Mm-hmm. That's, you know, really where we're at right now, is just trying to level up.
When he says we're dope, I know we're dope. Like, this is my boy. Like, he's very critical over everything. So when he says that we're dope or something's dope, like, that's something that I take to my soul, because he doesn't say a lot of shit is dope. So he's saying we're dope. Like, that's huge.
Yeah, no.
You know?
Yeah. I mean, I don't like go around tooting there saying
he
that.
He doesn't at all. That's what I'm saying.
You know,
like
I do. Sometimes I'm so entrenched in the work, and we're so like busy. Like, we don't have a time to really realize like kind of what we're doing.
Sit back and see what you're doing.
This is what I did. I stopped smoking tree for a little bit, right? This is funny. And then it's been like 2 months and shit. And then I ended up smoking. And then I was watching some of the video work. Mm-hmm. I was just like, damn, this shit is pretty fire. Like, we did this video work. You know what I'm saying? Like, So at that moment, I kind of got to really grasp like what we're doing and the creativity and like how far we've came, which is pretty dope. Pretty dope, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, I know when we had True on and Ken G, you know, they spoke very highly.
Very highly.
You know,
and
even before and after the show, they were like, yo, you got to reach out to these dudes. Got to get them.
Well, that was my first introduction to you guys, was actually that.
Right.
Nice.
Was that video?
Yeah, was that video.
Which
and
video
was
was
like,
Ballin'?
Ballin', yes. And
that shit's fire.
That shit's fire.
I like that video.
So I have a question, because we were kind of talking before we started, when we were talking about the lights in here and the RGB. I noticed something about, I went and kind of was looking at your guys' work. Color.
Oh, yeah.
I love your guys' color.
Yeah.
Man, you guys use color so perfectly to me. Like, there's just like, even Ken G's latest project where you guys had the fire, right?
Yeah.
So like that orange
that
glow feeling. There were some videos I saw, like deep blues and purples and reds. I mean,
yeah, man.
What's your guys' play like with color? Like, what made you get in? Like, man, gotta get some color.
So, right, we were shooting. We got some equipment, and we had our new camera. And I did a video for my guy D Carter. Right, shout out to D Carter, featuring A-Dub and Chino. We shot at the studio out in Tempe. Forgot the name of the studio, but I just had a light. I forgot. I got a green light bulb from somewhere, right?
Okay.
And I took it because we had lights there, but they were just colored light, regular lights. Mm-hmm. And I used that green light bulb, and then I had smoke. I just got like a little small smoke machine or whatever.
Okay.
And I seen the impact it made on the difference in the video, right? Because there was like green smoke, and like once you put some light behind a tip for all the new video guys out there, light and smoke will really make your videos look cool. You know what I'm saying? Used properly. You put a little bit of light behind the smoke, and that smoke just illuminates and glows. And you can do so much with it. So at that moment, I was like, damn, we need more lights.
Better lights.
So we got colored lights, and that's like really when that was a game changer for us. You know what I'm saying? Because we started putting color everywhere, and plastering the background with the color, and then lighting. You know what I'm saying? It's just such a help. So, and then visually, it's I don't like a lot of the flat stuff. I don't like a lot of the like yellowish stuff. It just depends on on how you like to grade your footage. You know what I'm saying? But I like just the colors that pop and just draw your eyes. And I think we've captured that pretty well. You know what I'm saying? So I bought a set of lights. He bought the same set of lights. So we have 4 of those. He actually got created and made like 6 tube lights.
Okay.
Right?
These are substitutes.
These things are pretty badass, and those help tremendously.
Oh, they're in the bowling video. They're all trickled under the Impala.
Underneath the car.
Okay.
Yeah. So he built those. Yeah. So he built those.
Because I noticed like there was a lot of green in that.
Yeah. Well, the money's the song's called Ballin', so we went with the green color scheme. The color on that video though just came out really well.
It did.
Color grade was on.
I think it was just just everything, the people they brought, and
everything about the energy.
Bro, I'm serious. I really love the way you guys work color into videos, because I was even watching it, and forgive me, I just don't know all the video names and artists and stuff that you guys worked with, but there was one you guys had lights like way in the background, like you showed that color up front, and then it was way in the background. I'm like, that is so fire, dude. It was like this bluish, purplish color.
Wow.
And I was just like, that is so like visually, like I just from working on these videos and stuff, you start like having an appreciation for all this stuff and lighting and editing and stuff like that, man. It is, but I don't think a lot of people notice that how much that attracts your eye. Like it'll be in your face, that color, right? But then it'll be in the background somewhere, just still there, but not so up front.
So like recently there's a video that we did for my guy Rico Main, and like we put like a purple light on the back of this tree behind him, and it looks just dope as hell because, well, one, what we try to do in every video is not show a location unless like it's we want to show the city
around it,
based around it.
Right.
You can't really tell where we're shooting most of the time, but for that shot it was just putting color on something in the background really makes it pop out. And I think also a changing moment for us was when we did the Booby Black video with Jack Diesel, and we put I had like 3 green light bulbs and a blue light bulb and shit, and like
in our old
we
softbox
wired. It was we were wiring shit. It was but I lit up this cactus and I made it more green, and then we used red in the background, and it was just like a changing moment. I'm like, what, color is definitely essential, and using lighting.
Lighting is so key. Dude.
You know what I'm saying? Lighting is crucial, and we only have a like
modest
lighting.
Trucker Steve kills the lighting game.
Shout out to Trucker Steve, my guy.
Shout out to all the DTF crew.
He's real savvy with the lighting. He's got some really good lighting. So we're actually going to be upgrading lighting, more stands, just something to where we can get better lighting and be more versatile.
More indirect with our lighting too, because a lot of that stuff is in your face, and it's cool in the trap stuff, but more of the cinematic stuff, you don't want it to be so hard,
Right.
You want it to be more soft, indirect, bouncing off stuff, and we're learning that with our crew. You know what I'm saying?
We still learn a lot.
You never stop learning.
Dude, once you stop learning, you're done.
Sometimes I see people shit, and I'm like, I feel like my work is like nothing. I'm like, fuck, my shit is whack.
Right.
You see some of these shit, but that just motivates me. I'm like, I have to be way better.
Gotta work hard.
It pushes you to make yourself even better.
Yeah, I mean that's how we are with podcasts, man. Like we watch, $1 million worth of Game, All the Smoke, Shannon Sharp's Club, Shay, like, and I take Drink Champs. Yeah, I mean we watch
Podcast
all of those,
and
I come back and I'm like, yo, we gotta be better, bro. Like, we need more interviews. We need more content. We need to start talking about this. And so we have conversations daily. You know what I'm saying? Ways to improve. So yeah, that's dope, man. I love that. I love that.
We definitely have conversations daily about ways to improve.
You have to.
Oh yeah. I feel like we hit a roof. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I hit a roof in creativity. Then I'm just like, we got to do something different. Like, we got to just switch it up a little bit.
This was really recent. Like, I felt like I had got real mundane. Like, and even Slim was like, "Bro, what's up with you? Like, you're just like they're not there no more. And I left to Vegas and I came back. Like I went to Vegas for just, I checked the fuck out basically.
Right.
Came back, and then my first project was cool, but my second project because that first project was kind of a rollover from when I had left, so I kind of just finished what I was doing. And but that second project, I took a bunch of risks, and it's giving me goosebumps now. It drops today, and I felt like I was back at that point. Like a lot of stuff had connected again. Like, you know, I just moved away from using lyrics and tying in the effects to that. Just a lot of different shit. Textures.
He's too technical with shit sometimes, bro. I'm just like, just fucking let the paintbrush fly, bro. Just do what you do, because he's trying to analyze everything sometimes, and that's good in certain cases. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how we learn a lot of technical shit.
Exactly.
Like, if I don't
know
argue
something, with me when we're doing roto shots and fucking making the space go around, you don't argue with that. He's like, yeah, let's do a tripod shot. I understand. Let's just do it.
Right.
So, but I'm just like, let that shit go, bro, and just be creative, because a lot of his older shit on his older computer, he was doing a lot more crazier shit.
Yeah.
Not to say that what he wasn't doing was dope, but
I just threw the rules away back then.
You know what I'm saying?
Learning.
Of course.
But like watching him grow as an editor this year, I just said this last night again, was like tremendous to my growth, because it helped me like say, forget all the stuff that's traditional, because we're not in traditional work. We're doing rap videos, we're doing music videos, and the first rule in that is throw everything that you know away, and let's start breaking the system, you know. And that's what he did initially. Like, he was just like, I was like, why did you do that? And that's hard. I'm not even like on you about it. I'm like, but why?
Right.
You know, and he's just because it looks good to me, you know. He's all about eye candy. Like, if it's not visually pleasing, like, it's whack, you know. So it's like,
I don't care about the details as long as it looks good, right? Good. And it comes across like visually pleasing, and if the clip matches with the previous clip, like, that's it. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to do too much, you know, detailed
and that's
thinking
art.
About that.
Yeah, and that's art, you know, and that's why we're bros, bro. Because it's like, if you're not open to that criticism, you can get stuck in that hole that I was in 5, 6, 7 years, and end up like trashing your whole business because you keep putting out the same work over and over again, and all you're getting is the same clientele because they're coming to you because you know what I'm saying. Like, no, that just creates growth.
You definitely gotta be versatile, you know. Like, there's a lot of really good videographers out here in Arizona. There's some like, you know, outside of the people that we work with, and I'll mention them here probably in a little bit, but like Overcast, AZ, if you've seen their work, like, they're real good cinematographers, you know. Like, so we're shooting videos and we do cinematography in some cases.
Yeah, so I actually wanted to get into that because obviously a lot of what you guys are doing is hip hop videos. Yeah. As far as the forefront, are you guys going to be diving, or have you already started to dive into different genres? Obviously, you said you guys have the cinematography going on too. Are you guys diving into like maybe even some pop stuff? Are you guys looking at doing that?
Would love to.
That's come across.
Yeah. Sorry to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
Go ahead, bro. We want to do like rock. We want to do pop. We've done a little bit of like
R&B.
We've done some R&B. We've done some reggaeton type stuff. We have some dancers. But you know, I have like a half aunt that she does country, and I've been on her head like, hop on that horse, let's shoot a fucking let's do something fire. Like,
they are not ready for us in country music.
Seriously, because I feel like we would put our twist on whatever it is that we're doing. Yeah. It's not going to be your basic rock video. Yeah. It's going to be a Fatbelly Filmz rock video. Or, you know what I'm saying? And it's going to be in the lines of that genre of music, but it's just going to be our style. You know what I'm saying? Like, even our corporate work, like the shit we've done for Amazon, like, we still do our little, you know what I'm saying, cool transitions and shit like that, because we're Fatbelly. We don't want to be plain Jane the same. You know what I'm saying? Like, we want to try to step outside the box.
And when you get it, you want to know, like, this is a Fatbelly product. You're not going to get it from anywhere else. Like, you know, there's people that try to, I don't know, that try to kind of imitate it or whatever. Maybe they don't. I don't know. But I hate to admit that. But you know what I mean? Like, of course there is. And it just doesn't, it's not in pocket, because they all circle back around to us. And it's like, they'll give us their hardship or whatever and be like, so I'm here now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Let's go. You know?
That's right.
I already went over here, went over there. And, okay, my bad. I just came to y'all first. Like, we literally hear that. And it's cool. Like, last night when the guy was like, I came here from Detroit. And I was like, so what brings you here? He's like, for y'all. Like,
that's fire.
Yeah, that's
I gave goosebumps.
Man, really?
Fire,
yeah.
Seriously?
And I looked over at my boy, bro. Like, when somebody that you know since you were 16, bro, and you got somebody coming over here from the Motor City for your shit.
That's fire.
Like, I looked over at him, he looked at me, and we just kind of knew, like.
Yeah, you're doing the right thing.
Yeah,
doing the right path.
Just patience, you know, and fucking just trying to keep evolving and just being humble and fucking working. You know, like we're making some good strides. Like the last couple of weeks have been like really amazing. Is like. Because like we're really getting a grasp on what is happening and what people are doing and how they're receiving our videos.
Yeah.
You know, but I think we still got so much more.
Way more.
So kind of piggybacking off that, you know, like talking about different genres of music, what about like you guys interested ever like doing like a documentary type of, or actually even like a short film, or even crazy, even beyond that, like
I feel like there's something there.
Yeah.
I see y'all keep looking at each other
you're like,
oh, we can't say it yet.
No, we can.
We just shot a day in the life of documentary style video for my guy Face. He's the one that brought out Boosie.
Yeah.
Oh, Young Face, yeah.
He's the one that hit us up. You know what I'm saying?
You got Boosie in there, boy.
Yep.
Yeah. I saw y'all had did something. I was going to ask you about that.
Shout out to JD Filmz. Shot the music video.
Shout out to JD Filmz too.
We did the BTS on that. And
yeah, we actually got to link up with JD, get him some footage for that. And he's putting it together. He of course killed the video. We're just happy to be a part of it. But our main goal was to document the whole day, the process, and everything. And what's cool is that we already knew what he was doing because he was throwing the show. We already knew the day of what he was going through, sound check, the rush, people blowing his phone up for tickets. So we were already on it, capturing all that good content.
That's fire.
In the morning, the haircut. So he's got a really good video coming. But.
Yep. And they killed it. That whole team over there, Young Face and the whole squad, they killed it that day, man. They did their thing. Everything ran smooth. It was great. Especially from people that have seen it and been there the first time. And, that shit's crazy. But he had his shit in order.
So we got some shit to look forward to then.
Yeah, that's a documentary. We've been wanting to do like a small film. I've pitched the idea to a few people. Basically, actually,
don't even say that.
I'm not even gonna say.
But we are in a pre-production for a movie with Carlos Berber called Alibi that I've signed up for, and that's going to be shot out in Globe in May, and so we'll be doing that over a course of a few weeks. So that's coming soon. That's ready to go, plug and play. He's just finishing up the last little bit of the treatments and stuff. Okay. So yeah, we're definitely diving into movies. That's kind of why I got into it. In the beginning, and that's why I'm more technical with my work, because I know that eventually, nobody's gonna want to see an ecto glow crop coming through a, right. Maybe. I mean, you never know. They might want a Fatbelly movie, and I'm not gonna rule that out. But that's why I got into it. It's a film movie, and Carlos is a little risque with his stuff, and it's just something that I'm gonna experience, and
probably be scarred for life.
I probably would not.
Carlos.
I'm a Scorpio. You can't scar me for life when it comes to that type of stuff. But it's
crazy.
Super risque. Like it's
super crazy though.
Super crazy. It's not all the way porn, but it's definitely got some esque to it.
Oh shit.
Oh well. It is what it is. But we're gonna jump in. He's a huge director out here. He's worked with everybody, and I missed that on the IROC Daniels comedy. We were both supposed to jump in and do some shots for that, but we got booked like every day that month, and I know he's probably disappointed in me. My bad, IROC.
It's hard to take on extra stuff.
I promise you, we will get the next one, and we will not let you down.
Yeah, shout out to the OG, right?
Man, I just didn't want to dedicate time to something that I wasn't gonna be able to put my all into.
Yeah. And that's
so
the thing,
busy,
right?
You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be like, I'm gonna show
and
up on
his set. And then he sends us a job to film this Prince event for one of his people, IROC. Like, call my guys at Fatbelly. They can cover it for you. So we're like, puts more plate on our plates. All that and I call him. He's like, yeah, man, don't worry. You get all that rollover. I'm like, well, how am I going to, come over here? He wants setup shots, and we got to go film over here. So it's just like, but yeah, I definitely want to link up with IROC. I've been following him since I was a kid.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. You said video you just dropped with my boy John? That song is hard as fuck. Video's clean. The song is real hard. All right.
Shout out to John Diaz.
IROC is still doing his thing. Like, he really delivered on that shit, man.
And his son is killing it too.
Yeah.
Markel's killing it too.
Yeah. Well, we have a small relationship, like you said, with IROC, and we've worked with him before. We shot videos with him. We paid him to do videos. We booked his studio.
Everything.
And
Slim was an extra in one of his videos where he got slapped by Debo in the face.
R.I.P. Debo.
R.I.P. to Debo.
I remember that. You were in that?
Yeah.
He got smacked.
I'm about to go back and watch it though.
Yeah, it's hard.
He snatched my burger, and slapped me upside the head and shit.
Tiny Lester.
We had to do the take twice.
I'm gonna have to go watch that.
He was extremely cool about it. He was fucking dropped a couple gems for everybody out there. You know what I'm saying? Because there was a lot good 35 people inside that house. You know what I'm saying? We shot it at I got my boy Cash again. We shot it at his house. They shot it at his house.
Oh, that's dope. I didn't know that.
But yeah, definitely. Lots of good stuff coming. Especially
yeah, we're embedded out here. Like we pretty much know, or I don't know, I'm not gonna say everybody, but all the guys that move the pieces that make it move out here.
Of course.
And either we know of them or they know of us, or we had a working relationship at one point, whether it was an artist facet, show facet, marketing facet, whatever. Yeah. They have some type of history with us in business, and more than likely our business is good with them. We don't really have a lot of burned bridges at all. I don't think we have any burned bridges.
So I have a question. If I was an artist coming to you guys to shoot a video, do you guys pitch an idea, or is it come from the artist and say, hey, I want this? Is it both? What
well,
is it,
all right, so we do a lot of like
that's a great question.
No, we do a lot of drill, turn up, trap shit, right? So with that, a lot of the artists just want to pull up. They already have an Airbnb, their pull ups a liquor store. That's the vibe they want, right? So we offer ideas, you know what I'm saying? Like I say, hey, if you don't got a location, we have.
But do you go, hey, liquor store shirt? Are you serious, bro?
Look
you really want to do that, or do you not really care? And you're like, it's your kind of video.
Not everybody wants to do like a detailed cinematography style shoot. Like these guys want the drill, the pull up, the trap, shit, the house, the Airbnb, outside the house, cars. They want that vibe. So you know what I'm saying? And like, I'm not here to try to convince them otherwise. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I do now. Granted, if they come back and work with me a couple times, that's when I'm like, hey, let's step outside the box. I know some studios that we can rent. I know some places that are super dope. We can go out of state. Like, let's do something else outside of, because we've already got 2-3 videos, right? And they're all in an Airbnb, which is cool. If you want to keep doing that, we will keep delivering fire product like that.
Right.
But we do pitch. Always other scenes and stuff.
It comes down to the budget, though. Like, do they have the budget to pay for the extra prop work, the extras, everything that makes it magical, And most of the time, they just want the turn-up shit.
But some do. There are people that do, and they allow us. So, you know what I'm saying? When they say, yeah, okay, boom, we'll get them an idea. I'll send me a couple songs. If I hear a song and there's an idea, then, you know what I'm saying, I'll toss it to him, and he'll put something together, too, with it, and then we'll expand on it. But a lot of everything, almost like I'd say 75% of the shit we do is all like
turn up,
just random shit. Like we'll show
it's
up,
called running gun,
you know what I'm saying?
You pull up, pull the camera out, and
make it happen.
I think that's where Slim is at his greatest when he's finding his angles, because I kind of know the words that he'll say when he found something, and I'll be like, everybody come to the corner, because he's ready, you know what I mean? Because it'll take him a minute to fall into a shot, you know what I mean? And I love watching them because that helps me. Because, like I said, the first year and a half, I wasn't even touching the camera. Like, I bought a whole Black Magic and didn't even know how to use it. I had a cinematographer. You know what I mean? But this last year,
I learned a lot on the street. Like, so because he was editing, right, and I was out there shooting. It was a learning process. So he wasn't even really coming out to the shoots that much. He was just at home editing. I learned how to just pull up because a lot of these artists were just like, meet me here at this spot, this spot, and I would go and find spots on the maps. I'd look at the GPS satellite and try to find like fields and shit. But for the most part, they just had me pull up, and I just learned how to take a staircase and put a light behind it and make it look cool. I learned how to take a basic room and make it look texture. Cool. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like do something different. Like so from that, it's not a problem if somebody's like, no, I just pull up here. I'm like, cool, whatever. I'm gonna show up. We're gonna find something dope. We're gonna light it. We're gonna light the hallways. We're gonna make the back room glow. We're gonna put a light outside the window, make it look like it's red outside, and you know what I'm saying, like do some different shit. And I think that's where we excel at. A lot of people are pretty bland at that. You know what I'm saying? Or they just don't have
that's
experience.
What I was saying. Like it's why I kind of brought that up, because I think a lot of people they have a vision of what they've seen before. Right, it's always what they've seen before. Yeah, a lot of people don't tap into their creative side. Now, some people do, right? Yeah. But for the most part, visually speaking, people don't. It's usually
like they're like, I want it to look like this video.
This video.
You get that a lot,
and so that's kind of why I asked that question, because for me personally, I'd be like, hey, dude, here's my song. I really want to video to this, but I'm not a visual person. Please run away with that.
I love people like that.
Yeah. And pitch me a couple ideas. What
they're just like, go crazy, just whatever comes to your mind. You're the artist, paint. Like those are the people that I love. Yeah. The ones that are like on Slim's shoulder, like trying to direct and stuff.
Right.
We got a few artists that we work with. Like, they always have a little fucking plan.
Oh yeah, I love.
They
those
always
ones.
have.
Don't
something.
get me wrong.
My guy G times 3 is always just like,
boom,
I got this. I got these people. We got this location. You know what I'm saying?
That's dope.
I got a car. He comes with something every time. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
And I'll put my 2 cents on it. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, I like that because not that we don't want to put our 2 cents in.
Sure.
They're
Their
ready.
vision,
They're
you know?
prepared already. You know what I'm saying? They know what they want.
Especially you already have that relationship
Exactly.
where you already know what's up. So it's like, okay, you both of you guys know what you're getting from each other. So it works out a lot better that way anyways. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Both, I guess, would probably kind of work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It just depends on
kind
the
of
day,
depends
the
on
vibe, and
the person, the artist, who you're working with.
How many videos we shot today? Oh, okay, well, shit.
Yeah, we shot 2 yesterday. We were gonna go for a third, but Slim passed out.
Nah, yeah, I was falling asleep at the second shoot,
Oh,
which
yeah.
I was thinking. I was in the shower, so I get motherfuckers with the sleepy cam, right?
I didn't get him. I wouldn't do that to him.
He slipped. He slacked last night. He had an opportunity to get me with the sleepy cam. Missed out on it. I was thinking about that today. I was like, this guy's slacking my sleepy cam. So I be
Slim
getting
is
him with the mouth
very good at
open,
that, you
with the
know,
mouth
like,
open and shit.
I'm like locked in shooting a shot because I'm never shooting a shot, so I'm all excited, like, boom, cinematography, like, bam, bam, over here, right? And then like, okay, we're done. Like, looked over and I'm like, what's he doing over here? Because he never like positioned me or nothing, like move over here. No, that's not it. He just said, go over there, put him at the end of that table. There's 3 lights. It's gonna look dope. When I put it down, it looked dope. I was like, yeah, reflection. This is your reflection shot. The last thing I told him was, oh, this is your reflection shot. He was like, yeah. Boom, disappeared. We were done. I was packing up. Looked over there. Damn, I did sleep on that, man. Fuck.
It's tired. That's
Get
funny.
him next time.
He had this grin on his face too, so I didn't think he was asleep.
You're all smiling, sleeping, huh?
Having a crazy dream, boy.
This fucking room was dope, right? This room was huge. It had 2 big ass TVs side by side and had a pool table. It was just like cozy, and the couch was fucking cozy as fuck. So as soon as I walked in, I knew I was plopping a seat there, but you know what I'm saying? Just caught up to me real quick.
Hey man, I know the
It
feeling.
happens. Luckily,
It
I'm
happens.
there, you know.
Like my couch is like that, man. Every time I sit on my couch, head to the back.
It's crazy though, because we'll start off shooting some days at 2 in the afternoon and not get home till 2 or 3 in the morning. And you know, I don't have the concept of weekdays anymore in my life.
Oh, I bet.
It's all running together. I gotta leave the state. I'm sure Slim can attest to you. He's gotta leave the state to get a break, or we're not gonna get a break.
Yeah.
He doesn't give a shit. He'll work on Easter.
problem.
He had us booked on Easter. I was leaving the barbecue.
I think that's my problem.
To
I'll
go
work
shoot.
on like a lot of days.
Like,
I get in
you
trouble.
know, I don't see my family like all year. I only see him at certain holidays. Easter's, I think, one of those holidays.
Right.
Getting ready for the tug of war. I'm looking at my iWatch. We're shooting. Like, all right, well, I guess I'm leaving, family.
Damn.
Leave my kids here. I'm out. You know, but I mean, shit. When you got somebody with that type of drive, that's why there's the people that, you know, settle, and there's the people that continue to rise.
Yeah.
And I'm glad I got somebody that pulls me when I ain't trying to be pulled. You know what I'm saying?
For sure, that's facts, dude. Studios around, because we ain't in LA, we in Phoenix here. So, is there studios like that? Because I'll go back to the Ballin' video that looked like a studio, and I think there was another where you guys shot in the same type of location. It looked like.
Yeah.
So, are there good studios out here to rent and stuff like that to shoot
Give
in?
them a shout out, Slim.
So there's our go-to place is Painted Tiger Studios.
At
That's
Painted
on
Tiger AZ.
52nd in Glendale. So it's a historic building, and the owner is cool as fuck. Shout out to Dan, and we've been booking there for a while, and we had a funny story about that. But he takes care of us. He has tons of props, good rates, and he's not like by the book. Oh, you're 10 minutes late, or like, he's really cool and relaxed, but people respect his establishment, and the creativity there is second to none, because shout out to like 3125 Studios, which is a great studio. My guy JD's there. They don't really provide many lighting situations or lights or props.
It's opulent. If
and
you
it's
want
very
an
high
opulent
end.
shot,
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
But
But
you're gonna want
for a creative person like ourselves, we can go in there and take these fucking giant boards with cutouts and put them together, and we could couches, and we can create a set. So,
more
but
flexibility.
there's a lot of their studios. There's like Wayla Studios, Wayla LA. What else is there?
It's rumored that Jacob Owens is building.
Oh yeah, he's supposed to be building a studio. That's why I'm super excited.
It's rumored,
for.
but
Super excited
I think
for
it's
that.
more than rumor by now.
Okay.
No, he's doing. He's got he obviously, if you follow Jacob Owens and Buckner's, and he's got like 8 fucking crazy established locations where people film at, bro. I'm talking like he's got this new like old school motel looking shit, or like a classic vintage drive through. He's got gas stations and So, and I've been actually trying to get a lot of people to go out there and shoot on these properties.
Right? Oh, okay, in LA.
In LA.
Yeah.
But, and once again, it takes a budget, you know what I'm saying? You probably got
course,
to rent that spot, and to have
travel,
time, you probably got to spend about $1,000 just to rent the place.
Right.
It's
LA.
It's 3-hour minimum at some of the locations, but
that's LA.
Yeah, definitely.
I just came from there.
We just came back from LA too, Compton, man. We shot out to the president. We just shot him.
Long Beach.
Long Beach,
nice,
Compton,
dude.
man.
Long Beach was dope. We got some crazy footage.
Did you?
Long Beach got hella shots out there.
Yeah,
easy work.
Man, it was
Compton too.
Yeah, Compton. Yeah.
Like easy work, just so much history.
LA,
LA
in general. You know what I'm saying? It's just like. It's crazy. It goes from super hood to super high.
Bro, we was just talking about this the other day. It's like, man, you cross the street.
Yeah, you
right? Like, it's like here's
joke.
the gated neighborhood right here. You cross the street, you in the hood.
Right.
Yeah. It's like USC too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you go to the USC campus. You cross the street, you on Figueroa.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
bars and you know what I mean?
That's Cali.
$1 million
for you,
education. Struggle over here. You know what I mean? Struggle land.
They ain't dealing with that in NorCal though. They done kicked everybody out.
Yes, they put them on one side of the bridge.
Yeah,
that's how they do it. They just put them on everybody on one side of the bridge. That's it. I got a quick question. I meant to ask you guys this earlier. Why the name Fatbelly? Who came up with
Shout
that?
out to Boogie Beats, man.
So we Fatbelly Boys is where it started, right?
Mm-hmm.
One of my boys, Boogie Beats, he's on vacation. He's not in jail or anything, but he's just he's chilling.
Mexico.
We were like a rap group, right? Mm-hmm. And we kind of sat down and we're just like, what would be a cool name? And Fatbelly popped up. We're like Fatbelly Boys, and we're like, well, why? You know what I'm saying? Because it's a mind state. Always hungry, always eating, always grinding. You know what I'm saying? So we always got a fat belly, like Fatbelly Boys. And that, like, as soon as we started that, you know what I'm saying? Joey Hef got involved with that and the music.
I just expanded on it.
We had our little crew, right? It was Lee Mula, me, Joey Hef, my boy Moreno, and it was the Fatbelly Boys. And we did shows, your local run of the Famous Sam's and the pubs and shit like that. And that's how Fatbelly Boys started, which then turned to Fatbelly
Lean Rock
ENT.
Snap Days. It was a Lean Rock Snap Days.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
That turned into Fatbelly ENT.
ENT, yeah. And that's when I started doing shows with the ENT name.
Yep.
And
then, he started, so he started the shows. I didn't get involved because I just didn't want to do like the smaller shows and shit. Yeah. So like he and the team were doing small shows at Fox's,
SX,
like hip hop shows, and that's how we got introduced to a lot of local artists too. So he put in a lot of work on that one, and then we ended up booking like Dub C and Paul Wall at Fox's. Little after parties. And that was like actually probably our first taste of booking somebody ourselves.
Dub C was our first taste of booking somebody, and then we did Paul Wall right after that. But Dub C was our first like.
That was a great time in hip hop too, man.
Definitely. That was a good
great time.
That was Westfest. That's how I learned. That's how I met Kai. We booked Dub C at Fox's for the after party.
Okay.
And that Kai was the guy that brought Dub C out.
Okay.
And so it was just boom, like that's how the relationship happened.
I love it.
And it just so happened like we didn't really have a lot of juice in the local like our shows were like, you know what I'm saying? 15, 20 people on a good night.
Right.
But we had booked Unique Divine and the whole, like, Smeared Lipstick crew or whatever. But they had packed out Foxes that night. Like, packed it out. And it just so happened that this guy, Kai, showed up that night. And he was just like, oh, this guy got the juice. It just worked out that way.
That's
like,
fire. Because
if you would have showed up the weekend prior or the weekend after,
you'd be like, I'm good.
Yeah, tumbleweeds would have went by.
Right.
It was that bad.
And it'd be like that when you know what I mean, we getting started, it'd be like that.
So I was like, that was dope. Like I don't even know, like you can be crazy like that because the people were like, nah, don't book them because what are they gonna do? And they're not gonna bring nobody. Like I'm like, what? Like they're gonna bring the squad and sure enough,
have you ever
they
seen
brought
that
the
video
squad.
of Travis Scott like early before he popped, and it was at some show, and he was going off. And it was like 30 people in the crowd. But he was snapping. You know what I mean? And I think the caption was like, who would have known Travis Scott would be based on that video? Like, and he was performing, but nobody was there.
But that's the thing. You got to start somewhere.
You have
to start somewhere.
On that, I seen a video of Fetty Wap pushing that first single that he broke out, right? Was it Girlfriend or the 1738, whatever it's called, that song?
Yeah.
I seen a video of him performing that shit. He didn't have dreads yet, right? He was just barely probably starting to grow them. Performing the song, he finished the song, not a single clap. He walked off. It was like empty. You know what I'm saying? Fucking like, what was like a year and a half, 2 years later, he's pushing that same single. And now fucking that was his breakout single.
Crazy.
That's crazy. Yeah,
He had enough time to grow fucking dreads down to here. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
You know, it's just crazy.
Yeah,
so
dude, it's crazy.
You never know, bro.
You gotta stick with it. You gotta stick with it.
Like V the Ruler did some shows at Fox's, and look what he's doing now.
Yeah, man. Shout out V the Ruler, man.
You know what I'm saying? So. And I don't even think we crossed. Like I booked him, and I don't even think we never met. Like he came and performed and bounced. Like
really.
We did I did an interview with him though we had a show at
at
SDR Radio. Shout out to Amanda.
Did.
They gave us a show at SDR and Cut.
Okay. Yeah.
And we had V in for an interview.
We had V. We had Bougie. Yep. Shout out to Bougie. Those were the two.
Shout out to Bougie.
Not that any of the interviews were dope. I loved interviewing artists, like, cause just seeing how their struggle. They're all kind of the same but different. But the two ones that stuck out to most to me were JP, which was Bougie, and V the Ruler, because their mindsets were almost the same in terms of the knowledge that they were speaking, the literature they were reading, their beliefs, and it's funny that honestly when JP starts making music again, he's gonna pop. People are waiting for that, and you see what V's doing.
Yeah,
that's just because he believes in that shit.
Yeah,
bro.
he's killing that shit. There's a ton of great artists out here. Actually, I want to talk to you about this too. Your opinion on Phoenix, Arizona artists and their, I hope I don't say this wrong, the somewhat of the inability to get out, right? Like you see the LA artists, obviously, and now LA is kind of back in the fold as far as so many artists are coming out of LA, the South. New York's got the whole that new sound that they kind of got from the UK, right?
Yeah.
What do you think is the main issue as why we haven't seen somebody really blow up and maintain it? We've seen people blow up but not really maintain it.
All right, so this is my take. I'll let Joey say.
Because you guys are behind the scenes. You guys are watching. I'm really bro, curious.
So we've watched this scene grow from literally like
nothing.
It was nothing. You know what I'm saying? It was nothing. And I say that everybody we're on the way to that. Somebody's gonna blow really soon, and somebody's gonna be the face, and we're almost there. You know what I'm saying? It's a process, and I think what was the main question?
Like why hasn't somebody blown and maintained? Because
we're not there yet. We're not there yet as a region, and a mecca of hip hop. Okay. So Justice is putting on for the underground culture.
Of course, right.
Bring that platform. They bring out artists. So many people are doing huge things, and we've sat back and watched. We've been a part of it, right? We brought out artists. We've done our thing. But so many people are on the way, man. Like, Desert Babies with Ice Water Records signed with Slim 400 right now.
Okay, yeah.
V the Ruler's out there signed with Ethica Music. You know what I'm saying? He's doing features with Rick Ross now.
Yeah.
Jeremy Robinson
J Rob just dropped his fucking crazy fire album. That guy's super consistent.
Oh yeah, shout out to J Rob.
That's like one of my number one picks to actually be like the face of Arizona, like and represent it right. He's like a Drake-ish, right?
Yeah,
he's in that Drake-ish music category because it's very consistent. He knows his sound. He doesn't derive from it. He does. And he makes hit like songs, music, right?
Yeah.
But there's tons of artists out there that are really good, and I just think
for sure.
Everybody's in the process of getting out there, right?
Right.
People are going out of town to Atlanta, to LA. They're expanding. So we're on the cusp of blowing, bro. We're on the cusp.
I just think that if you want to use an analogy, we're like fucking an expansion squad, bro.
Okay.
And we just have to go through our learning lessons. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
iRock and MC Magic kind of like laid the fold for us back in the early '90s, late '80s. And that was nothing. Like we had to grow from there. You know. So this is all us getting our culture up, getting our authenticity up, which is big. They're not gonna respect Arizona if we're not authentic. Fact. And these artists out there that are putting on for the city, which we all have artists that are putting on for the city, are giving us that authenticity. Be the Ruler out there, Desert Baby out there. That's giving us that weight that we need, so that when an artist is at that point where his catalog matches his work ethic and matches his music, and we'll just catapult him. You know what I'm saying? But you got to have that foundation first, and that's what we're building. That's what I believe we built.
That's why. Yeah, that's why I wanted to ask. I remember the days. Obviously, Willie North Pole.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Hot Rod, Sin Q for who's now who's now a bodybuilder. Juice. That was like the closest I had seen to a good amount of people like there, right there, like. everybody was signed to the majorest of major labels at that time, and it was like, okay, here it is.
It's crazy.
And it was like it was there, and then it wasn't.
It wasn't.
It just disappeared.
You know,
and then it took that many years. Now we're here, and it's like, okay, now we're back in that fold. You know what I mean?
So we are going through what we needed. It's like if we went through what we're going through now before Willie and all them got signed, we would have. That wouldn't have just fizzled away.
Okay.
There was no track record in Arizona. Nobody cared about Arizona and the hip hop. But now we've got artists that are bringing out major artists, so they're building these connections, right? Like Face just brought out Boosie. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Which was huge.
And then, you know, you got artists and people like Dub that are working with sports athletes. And there's so many people that are shining light on Arizona.
Yes.
Now the hip hop industry is looking like, hey, now you hear Arizona, all the songs I have to plug in Arizona, pull up in Arizona, you know what I'm saying? So it's a process that we're going through. And like I said, had this work been put in before Willie was signed, I think it would have went better because I don't think the world was ready to accept Arizona.
Well, yeah, there was no support back then either. There was so much compartmentalization and there was lines drawn in the sand, whereas today, and I'm sure people out there can attest to that, everybody's working together. Like if you're not working with us as a unit, you know, media guys, rap, you know, artists, videographer, I mean, I'm saying photographers, all that stuff. Like we're literally working together, like bouncing ideas off each other. We're showing up to shoots together. Like you'll see us on the same shoot as John or Trucker Steve or whatever. Like, and we're just growing that. Before back then, not so much.
For sure, yeah.
You know
I had that, but it was definitely a lot of. It was less unity back then in the city. Exactly. You know what I mean? In the city, so everybody was. You know, obviously Juice and Willie was going at it. You know what I'm saying?
It's the perfect setup right now because now the support is there.
Right.
Support is there. So all it's going to take is probably V to drop a Ross track.
Record,
and then the floodgates are open.
Right.
Because you know how that happens. We got the mainstream acts that are popping all the way down to the underground guys that are still getting paid.
And right now, you got somebody like Merkham's who is just
shout out to Merkham's,
bringing so much light to Arizona, even though he's from New York, you know what I'm saying? Like he's out here, he's still bringing the light to Arizona because he's got people like Missy, Ice-T, fucking
I just
whoever
seen
else
that
retweeting,
shit too.
loving his music and loving what he's doing. You know what I'm saying?
There's artists. If you're not working with Merkham's right now, you're not gonna be working with them next year.
We just shot a video featuring Merkham's. So my guy, shout out to Latreille Music. He sent me 3 songs. They're all fire. But the energy that was on that song with Merkham's, it was just like a no-brainer. Like
Merkham's is losing his mind right now.
Yeah. Like I said, this time next year,
his mind.
artist ain't gonna afford him, and if he does it, he's probably
killing.
love.
Yeah. You know, talent like that, you know, doesn't come often where you're able to fucking really just rap your ass off in multiple cadences, tones, in fluctuations, different beats. So
I can't wait to see him bring real rap back. I really can't. I just can't.
He gives me Merkham's to me is like. And this is a super compliment from me, like a Joyner Lucas type. You know what I'm saying?
That's exactly what I said.
Like who he can play both roles so well. Do not play with that man when it comes to rapping.
I honestly
don't play with that man when it comes to rapping.
If you put Merkham's on a song with anybody, it's gonna be hard for
you to keep up.
You to keep up with Merkham's. I don't really think like you're gonna wash Merk on a track. Like you're gonna really have to put in a fucking serious 16 to watch him.
For sure. For sure.
I don't care who you are. You know what I'm saying? Like you could be fucking Dolph or whoever.
It's true.
Facts.
So where can people find you to go if they want to, you know, get a hold of you guys to shoot a video or
Fatbelly Filmz everything.
Everywhere. With a
everywhere?
Z. Fatbelly Filmz with a Z everywhere.
Facebook,
IG.
Our website's getting revamped right now because it had old work on it and old style, and we're just like I feel like every 6 months we elevate to a different type of song.
Right.
So
now you got to keep it going, man. Keep that thing going. So all the social medias, it's all Fatbelly Filmz.
Yep, we do everything Fatbelly Filmz. You know, you just DM us.
You never know who's responding. You know what I'm saying? You have to know us to know. Like we just manage that shit. Right. Most of the time it's him though, because I'm just not very sociable.
No, obviously it'll be down in the description. You know what I'm saying? Everything will be down in the description. Definitely. And then you guys can shoot me some of your shout outs too. After we get done, you guys want to send me some of those, and I'll put those down in the description. Obviously, to some of the studios and stuff.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Trucker Steve and all of that. You know what I mean? So.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. Like DTF, man, I gotta definitely put that out there, man.
Squad.
Like we came into this situation. I asked a lot of people when I started editing if I can come hold coffee for them. A lot of people.
Facts.
Just let me come watch. You know, a lot of people didn't reach out to me. A lot of people told me no. A lot of people told me they were too busy. Some of those people we're shooting for today. And they're asking us to come shoot for them. And, you know, it is what it is. But there's 5 guys, probably 6, I might leave one out, that have really been a catalyst to our learning, that are that put us on our shit if we're shooting in the wrong FPS, for instance, or our color grade's whack, you know. Same thing for them. But that's Trucker Steve, man. Shout out to Trucker Steve. Red and Black Films, Daniel Miller. John Diaz, Sound Vision Films. AR Films, that's Edwin Herrera. And I feel like I'm leaving somebody out, huh?
Just Gavin in the group. We got
Gavin.
Basically, little film squad that we, you know, we all communicate about film.
Dorian,
we need an extra. It's the DTF crew. Film.
Like if you need an extra in your film, like we all just help each other out. Like for real, like you never know. You might get your filmed on a Red or a Z cam just because one of them showed up and they're playing with a new toy, and that happened a couple of times. And same thing, vice versa. So, you know, like I think it's dope, and we have that. Like I said, everybody's working together, and I think DTF crew is a good example of that. Of people that didn't know each other before. We didn't know each other at all, like at all. Dan didn't know Steve. We didn't know Dan or Steve, you know. And John, we knew John, but not really, you know. And when we all got together, man, it's magical. Like especially when we get together and we put some shit down, it's definitely magical. You know what I mean?
I love it.
And you need that. You need support. You can't have yes men in your crew. If you have yes men in your crew, that creates.
You ain't going nowhere.
That is
you ain't going nowhere.
Yeah,
Big facts.
Nowhere. Cool, man.
Well, Joey.
Appreciate you, buddy.
Okay. Let me get that right.
CEO Joey Hef on all the
CEO Joey Hef. Fatbelly Slim, right?
Yes, sir.
Fatbelly Films on everywhere. Make sure you guys go give them a follow. Thank you guys for coming through, man.
Thank you guys.
It's much appreciated, man. We were looking forward to this for a while. Yeah, do you?
Yeah.
So there's probably a group of people. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to miss anybody, but just currently right now, some people that have assisted in us that we work with that like help us get business and shit. You know, shout out to Billionaire Black.
Billy Black.
He's tossed us a handful of artists.
All of Chicago is calling him over to us.
We're working with a lot of Chicago artists right now, which is fire. Shout out to John Diaz, especially. He's threw us some amazing lobs. Everybody that there's so many people. Everybody work with. Shout out to my wifey for holding it down every time I go out of town. Sometimes she has to stay home and hold down the kids. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, our partners are definitely crucial.
They hold us down. Shit, man. Shout out to everybody that's always supported us and just, the radio stations, Blaze, you know what I'm saying? John Blaze.
John Blaze, boy.
He's a staple out here, you know what I'm saying?
John Blaze, boy.
Shit, bro. Who else really fucks with
all the artists that really,
show love to everybody while we're out here, you know what I'm saying? Because it's definitely reciprocated, you know what I'm saying? Like, people don't have to shoot with us. They trust us with their projects. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, we just want to show love to everybody that works with us.
Bro.
Shout out my guy, Bank Mills. My boy, Lee Mula. Man, the list is fucking
Tata
Boy, man.
Kim
consistently.
Dappin,
Katie. These are guys that are shoot 7 videos in with us. You know what I'm saying? Like, Candy P, June.
GB June. Shout out to him, man. Drop Special Ed already, GB. Stop playing with him, bro. Golly. That's my favorite video.
Hold on. Socrates, the fucking Don.
Oh yeah,
drop your
Sock.
videos, man. That's my guy, Sock. He's got like 3 fire videos on cut.
Beanie Siegel.
One with Beanie Siegel. He's got one with Little Flip.
Okay.
Shot and film at Fatbelly Films.
Couple yeah, hell yeah. What's going on, Sock?
He's
that's my middle school friend too. He needs to bring it together, man.
But yeah, man. If we missed you, man, my bad. But we love everybody. Appreciate everybody supporting us, man.
And then you got a project coming out too, right?
I have a project on what?
Huh?
What kind of project?
Did you say you had?
Oh yeah. We got Billy. He's supposed to drop a project today. Not Billy.
Blackjack
21.
Trav featuring Billionaire Black.
Okay.
Slim just dropped one yesterday. An edit that he dropped yesterday. That's already at like 25,000 views this morning. 30,000 views. Again, this is the Chicago drill scene that we're kind of caught up in. That's a whole nother podcast, really.
Okay.
But we're caught up in
FYBJ, man. You know what I'm saying?
That's a whole other podcast.
Okay.
That's something that I didn't realize.
30K views. It dropped yesterday. It's at 30K.
We're definitely caught up in the Chicago rap beef, and I'm not sure if I'm.
No, we're not caught up in the Chicago.
Well, I mean, I'm sorry.
We're caught up. We're in the music scene, but we're definitely.
But as a correlation to that, yes, we're dealing with that, and that's a whole other podcast.
Yeah, well, okay, cool. We'll set that. We'll set that for a later date.
Man.
To be
Continue.
And that's on the top of all of our conversations whenever we're talking to each other. Just know that, like,
Okay.
because it affects me, affects him. And
Of course.
Yeah, and please come back anytime you guys are
We
invited
appreciate you guys,
for
man.
whenever you guys want to come back. We'd love to have you at this
Definitely.
table, man.
Sure.
You know, shit, man. If you guys just want us, just let us know. One thing about a lot of podcasts out there in these places, like, they want you to call in and ask for an interview. That's one thing I hate. I'm never gonna call in and be like, "Yo, you want to interview me?" Like, interview me. Like, I want people to call us that want to interview us. That's why I was like, I'd love to come out here with you guys because you guys you did your research, you already had the questions. So, this is definitely a podcast that we'll be tuning into more. And also network, and we'll share your stuff on our page, Fatbelly Filmz. You know what I'm saying? Obviously,
We appreciate that, man.
We're supporter. We sponsor Tone and the Hatrix. So shout out.
I'm gonna have Tone on.
You gotta have Tone on.
I'm having Tone on. Probably, if not by the end of this month, it'll be the beginning of June.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a good one.
Two-tone
I love Tone.
Is necessary.
Yes.
For our culture.
Yes.
If you don't understand him, he'll get on
so
your
necessary.
You just gotta understand his. He's
Girl,
great.
I was like, I don't agree with everything he be talking about.
You can't, but it's necessary.
I love what he's doing
because he creates conversation.
Yes.
Yeah.
I see people get mad at him.
Yeah.
I can't wait to have Tone.
I used to think like, man, guys, why is he always? But it's just him. It's just how he is, and it's not like hurtful or anything. It's just great conversation, great content.
Yeah.
So
what's going on here?
Yeah.
what's going on here?
Early.
Nah, for real. We've been following Two-Tone for a long time.
Yeah, he been in
Keisha Cole. He said Keisha Cole was late. She was at home cooking catfish nuggets.
Right.
I know Slim has actually met him personally. But
Okay.
I'm not very sociable, so I've never met him personally. But I have always been in his inbox. You know, when he put the GoFundMe up for his shit, I was threw money at him. I'm not even asking for nothing. I just, bro, do what you're born to do.
Yeah.
And this is what you're born to do. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then when he was riding his bike all over dude's backdrop, I was like, oh, this is opportunity. Like, I love watching his show. Yeah. I know he's necessary, and I know motherfuckers tune in, even if they don't want to tune in.
Right.
So, boom, I was like...
All his biggest haters watch his
show.
So it's so funny.
That's why the name of it is perfect, bro.
So, I just was like, man, what do you think about a sponsor? He was like, a sneaky sponsorship. Yeah. Boom, we in there.
Nice. But definitely, man, let you guys go. We appreciate you.
Yeah, man.
We're dragging it out for y'all and shit.
No, that shit, you know.
I was about to get into a 2-hour conversation about
morality. We got no problem. You know what I'm saying? We can talk.
Yeah, but definitely shout out to all the artists that continue to book with us, man. Fatbelly Filmz, it's a blessing, bro. Last night I was driving home and I was just like we doing it, man. Like we've been trying to do the we've been doing the entrepreneur shit for a long time, Slim at the end. And I think that our concept has been proven out that we have a space in what we're doing right now.
For sure.
And I think that's dope. Yeah, this proves that. And we thank you guys so much.
We thank you.
We got the Fatbelly space. Y'all got the great space.
That's right. On that note, you guys stay safe. You guys stay positive out there.
And as always, this is the Great Space. Peace.
Peace.